We're hearing about it everywhere. The underpainting technique in makeup. So what is it? It's where you apply all of your makeup products that you normally put on top of foundation first. For example, your blush, your contour, your concealer, etc. Then foundation on top. But where did underpainting come from? Now, just briefly, I am a professional makeup artist of 25 years, but I did go to art school. So when I heard about this underpainting technique, my little light bulb went off and went, I've used this technique before when I was oil painting on canvas. You go in and you pick one color or one hue, which basically is a monochromatic color theme, mono meaning one. And you would do that as the first step. It's the initial step of a painting where you go in and you add your values, your hues, and your light temperature to kind of set up the painting. Then you go in and you add your colors on top to build out a portrait or a landscape, etc. When you're doing it with makeup, you use various colors, but you're really trying to just build in shapes, light, shadow, and so forth. When done correctly, you use less product overall, you define features subtly on the face, you bring in pops of color to create a nice natural flush or glow, and then the foundation goes on top, making you look natural and like everything's kind of lit from within or defined from within. So let's go ahead and I will show you guys an easy way to do the underpainting technique. The idea here is that everything is nice and even, and so you do need a level of hydration to create a flawless complexion. I'm going to start with the Kosas. This is the Plump and Juicy Vegan Collagen Spray on Serum. I'm living for this for myself and clients. It's easy, it's quick, and it does the trick. Once I have that on, I'll tap it into the skin, kind of rub even if I'm in a hurry. Then I can go in with a moisturizer and then back in with a Kosas if I want to really hydrate the skin. But this feels good enough for now. Let's jump in. I'm going to use the new Makeup Forever HD Skin. This is an incredible palette. It's a makeup lover's dream. And those of you who are makeup lovers, you're just gonna love this. Now I wanna state, we can spend a very long time getting into this palette and creating several different looks, but I'm gonna keep it really simple today. Now, one thing I love about the underpainting technique is it helps you to really focus on where you want to either correct something, bring light, add color, and you use less products because you're just targeting specific areas. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the Sculpt brush. This is in the number 10. I wanna neutralize any discoloration on the face. I'm gonna put this up to my face and see where my coloring is. I'm somewhere between here, here, and here, depending on how warm I wanna go. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of these two together. Touch this too, why not? And then I'm gonna start with neutralizing any discoloration on my face. It's usually going to be where there's purples, greens, blues, red, and that normally is going to be down the center of the face, which I call the window of the face, which is right here. We have a lot of expressions through here. That's where the veins sit, around the nose, around the mouth area. If you want to brighten the center of the face, do this type of highlighting, and then we'll go in and contour. And then we'll go ahead and just lightly brighten here and here. Talked about this before when it comes to proximity of color, and that is when you neutralize one area, the color will be brighter in other areas, meaning it's bright here. So this is going to look more rosy just because we brightened that area. The other color is going to pop forward a little bit. Same when it comes to contour and bronzer. When you warm an area up, the color next to it will look brighter. So remember, dark colors recede, bright colors move forward. Now you can take a beauty blender if you want. I'm going to use, though, today a brush, and this is the Sculpt 03. And I'm going to quickly blend this in. Now, if you want, you can first put every product down, like the contour, the blush, and then blend it in at the end. I like to blend it in as I go because I find that I'm better able to adjust in the areas that I need to, whether that is adding more product or pulling back and taking a little off. I'm able to see already an improvement in where I want to now take my bronzer, my contour, my blush to what level. I have a little product left here of my kind of highlighter foundation color. As you can see, it's in my skin tone, but it's definitely lighter because I'm working on brightening areas right now. Do you see how my cheeks look a little rosy with no blush? Because I have the bright colors here. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and take the brush in 11 and we're gonna start sculpting now. So I'm gonna put the palette against my face once again and see where's the cool color in here. And it's down here where I wanna start chiseling some of my features. Take this brush, which has a nice angle to it. And now we're gonna look, where do we wanna sculpt? Remember that most of the time you just wanna follow the hollow. And a hollow is anywhere where you dip your finger into the skin and it creates a bit of an indentation. This would be a good area. This would be a good area. Also, a hollow would be here. It's an indentation, it goes back. The nose pulls back into space. That'd be a good place to chisel as well. Right through here, moves back into space. So once again, a great place to contour. Your lids pull back into space. Another great place to contour. So I know you're picking up what I'm putting down. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, I like to stay very controlled. There's not big gestures going on. I quickly flick my hand back and forth to blend, and then I flick up. And the reason I'm not working in big sweeping gestures is because I don't want to make a big muddy area on the face, and everything starts to just look very flat, which is another reason you don't want to add too much product, because you can always add more. But if you have too much in the beginning, that's where everything starts to look muddy, cakey, thick, and heavy. Now I want to note, my brush is like this, and then I flip it over and do a flat area of the brush and flick up. So use your tools wisely to get the look that you want. Whatever's left over, I'll lightly blend onto the neck. Let's add a little transition here. I'm going to go back in with my brush and grab that cool contour color again. And we have this brow ridge into the socket just a bit on the outer corner to create some lift. You can create the prettiest eye look by just using contour and nothing else, and some liner, and you are good to go because it's a soft way of shaping the eye. From there, we're going to go and do a little C shape on the side here and bring it down to the nose. That will create a beautiful transition for the planes on the face. We want the makeup to have a flow to it, where one shape moves right into the next shape and into the next shape. Same with this, as you can see. Everything is transitioning from one area to the next. So step 3, we're going to go ahead and add highlight. Now this is a more cool kind of pinky violet, and then we have the gold. I'm going to stick with this one over here because I want to brighten. I'm just going to go right on the high points of the face. Anywhere the bone protrudes or moves out or forward is where you want to put your highlight if you really want to catch the light. Remember, it's all about bending the light. And yes, that is a phrase I have coined because I realized when I was doing makeup, I'd always have models or clients bend their head because I wanted to have the light capture those areas. So I thought, oh, bend the light. I want to get that light just moving all over that face. So if it helps you guys, I like isms because it helps me to remember things. Feel free to take that for yourself. I like to say, when in doubt, blend it out. And bend the light. That's how you know you got it right. Taking my pinky, because remember, your fingers are wonderful little tools. A little on the Cupid's bow, a little on the chin. Whatever's left over, I'll very lightly, just a little bit, put in the center here. And let's see, are we bending the light? Looks like it. I love these multi-use matte sticks. This is by Makeup Forever, and this is the color, one of my favorites, Up and Down Tan. And I'll take the lip liner and I will feather a couple strokes on the cheeks, of course on the lips as well. But because it's in a pencil form, it's easy to not only place the product down and use your finger, but because it kind of melts into the skin, it helps to stain the skin. So for those of you that have problems with blush transferring or not staying all day, grab a lip liner. Specifically, I would get the Makeup Forever one, or a good lipstick that's a stain, and put it on your cheeks, and it looks so pretty. I'll go over the bridge of the nose just a bit if I want to create a bit of a sun-kissed, sunburnt, suntan look, because this has a little bit of kind of a rosy color to it, so it's a nice faux sunburn. And look at that. You could stay out of the sun, save your skin, and look like you've been out sitting out at the beach all day. Now I like to take a little bit on my eyes. Now instead of going directly on my lid with the pencil, take a little bit on my finger, and I just tap it onto the lid. And look at how that just brightened up that side of the eye. So pretty. Now I have a lip balm on. This is the Ole Henriksen lip product I have on. It's the Peptide Lip Treatment. It feels so good, especially if you have dry lips. I'm going to keep it on. I'm going to go in now and just lightly feather on this pencil to create a bit of a glossy lipstick look. And I want to create a little more lift on the eyes here. So I'm going to go back in, use the outer edge or the tip of the brush, just like we did before. One of the easiest ways to create a eyeshadow look, and we've used zero eyeshadow. And there we have it, 2 products for a full look. Questions, suggestions, feel free to reach out to me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye for now.